Come here, Cash. Come here, Bob. Cash. Quit.
What you are watching is the final recording left behind by Paul Murdaugh with his father, Alex Murdaugh, a multi-millionaire from one of the most influential law families in South Carolina. Because just minutes after this, both Paul and his mother would be found killed in a brutal crime.
They are dead, aren't they?
Just turn on those.
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
Now, the only person who can give cops any answers is Alex, who is completely unaware that Paul recorded everything. Because with his incredible acting,
Somebody going to check them?
Yes, sir. They've already checked them.
It's official that they're dead?
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
and convincing lies,
I knew it was really bad. My boy over there, I could see it was...
detectives will need to dig for any clue they can to find out what really happened to the Murdaugh family, because behind Alex's innocent face is a vile human and a man trying to hide millions of dollars.
There is a video on Paul's phone of you and him on the farm that night, so the times aren't matching up.
Do you think I killed Maggie?
On July 7, 2021, police in Collerton County, South Carolina received a frantic 911 call that shattered a community forever. Alex Murdaugh, a prominent lawyer descended from a long line of powerful lawmakers, had discovered his wife Maggie and his son Paul deceased on their family estate. These two tragic deaths were the catalyst unraveling a convoluted web of lies, illegal activities, and cover-ups. And it all began with this call.
I've been up to it now. It's bad.
Okay. How did they shoot? Did they shoot themselves?
Oh, no. Hell no.
Okay, and are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Police raced to the Moselle estate, a 1,700-acre property in Islandton, South Carolina. Now, if the word estate and the amount of land didn't tip you off, the Murdaughs had money. Plenty of it. Just Alex alone was estimated to have assets totaling close to $3 million, all of which his sons, Buster and Paul, grew up enjoying. Paul, his youngest, was just 22 years old on July 7, 2021 when he took his final breath. Maggie, Alex's wife of nearly 30 years, was 52, having lived her whole life as a faithful partner to her husband. Sadly, that devotion wasn't mutual, as police began to expect when they arrived on the property to find Alex Murdaugh with a gun, a sob story, and a whole lot of excuses.
Scene is secure. Got a Whiskey Fox, Whiskey Mike, both gunshot wounds to the head.
Sir, I wanted to let you know because of the scene, I did go get a gun and bring it down here.
It's in your vehicle? Do you have any guns on you at all?
No, sir. It's leaning up against the side of my car.
Okay. You're fine, man. You're fine. Turn around for me.
I don't have any guns.
Okay. Yes, sir. I see that. Okay. This is your wife and son?
And son.
Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. Check the pulses.
Yes, sir. This is the firearm you brought from inside the house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I went and got. This is a long story. My son was in a boat wreck a few months back. He's been getting threats. Most of it's been benign stuff we didn't take serious.
Okay.
He's been getting like punched. I know that's what it is.
Okay. When did you get home? Right when you called, or did you go to the house first? Where is the house?
I came to the house first. My mom has late stages Alzheimer's, and my dad is in the hospital.
Okay.
I left. I don't know what time. I can go back on my phone and tell you the exact times. Did you check?
Okay. Did I check what?
Did you check them?
We got medical guys that are that's what they're gonna do. Okay.
What are they doing? Can they hurry?
They are. Yes, sir. That gentleman that was out here already, he's one of the battalion chiefs. Okay. How did you pull up? You from back there?
I went to the house and they weren't home, which was odd. I tried to call.
Okay.
And then I knew they had been down here before I left to go to my mom's.
Okay.
And so that is loaded.
Okay.
You might want to unload it. But
Is this the only firearm with you?
To it, sir.
This is the only one, or is there any more in the truck?
I believe that's it.
You think that's the only one? Okay.
I'm 99%.
Do you normally
certain that's
have
right.
any other firearms in your vehicle?
I don't, but
Okay.
occasionally there's a pistol in there.
Okay. Just wait right here for me for a second, okay?
They are dead, aren't they?
Just turn all those up.
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
Randy. Maggie's caller dead. Where are you now? All right. Yeah, the police are here now. The police are here now.
Affirmative.
That's my brother.
Okay. When was the last time you were here with them? Or talked to them or anything like that?
It was earlier tonight. I don't know the exact time, but
Okay.
I left. I was probably gone an hour and a half from my mom's, and I saw them about 45 minutes before that.
Okay.
I rode around with Paul for 2 hours this afternoon in the pickup truck.
That's your son, Paul? Okay.
Somebody going to check them?
Yes, sir. They've already checked them.
They did check them?
Yes, sir.
This is official that they're dead?
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
I'm sorry.
No. You're fine.
I'm very sorry. Gotta call her parents. What are they covering them up?
I got some getting dressed now, Sheriff. I'll have somebody stop and grab it.
Tell them they don't have to do that. They don't need to. Preserve what we can.
653. Where's it at? I'm in town.
Within just 5 minutes, Alex gives police a whole timeline, start to finish, of his alibi. According to him, he was visiting his mother who had dementia. When he returned home, he found both Paul and Maggie deceased, having been shot multiple times at close range. You would think a prominent lawyer would be smarter than that. But time and time again, you'll see that Alex wasn't thinking with his head. He was thinking with his wallet. Because in his world, money has always been able to get him out of everything. And as police set him in the car to get his story, it seems he's still thinking that way.
I hate to have to do this.
I
but-
understand.
yeah,
I totally
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
So you don't have any problem
Yeah.
with it.
So, just start at the top, take your time.
Like when I came back here, I mean, I pulled up and I could see him, and I knew something was bad. I ran out. I knew it was really bad. My boy over there, I could see it was.
I'm sorry.
And I could see his. And I ran over to Maggie, and actually, I think I tried to turn Paul over first. I tried to turn him over, and I don't know, I figured it out. His cell phone popped out of his pocket. I started to try to do something with it, thinking maybe, but then I put it back down really quickly. Then I went to my wife, and I could see.
Did you touch Maggie at all?
I did. I touched them both.
Okay.
I tried to I tried to do it as limited as possible, but I tried to take their pulse on both of them. And, I called 911 pretty much right away, and she was very good. I talked to her. I told her I was going to get off the phone to call some family members. I did that.
What family members did you call?
I called my brother Randy, and I called my brother John. And I tried to call a little boy, real good friend that's right around the corner from here, but I didn't get him.
Man, lying really takes a lot out of you, doesn't it? At least it does in Alex's case. As you will see throughout the footage that's been provided to us, the police aren't terribly hard on Alex. That's partially because they know him and rely on him. Alex wasn't just a lawyer. He was a fixture in the entire county, prosecuting the majority of the crimes within its borders. In other words, he's not the type of person cops usually suspect, but bit by bit, he makes himself look more and more suspicious.
What all was around Paul when you walked up?
Blood.
Anything else?
I mean, there were some body things, yes, sir.
I mean, like any other evidence? I know you said the phone fell out the pocket, but did you see anything else that didn't belong or shouldn't belong or that wasn't part of Paul?
No, sir, not the, no, sir.
How about Maggie?
No, sir.
You didn't see anything around them? What made you come out here tonight?
I went to, my mom's a late stage Alzheimer's patient. My dad's in the hospital. My mom gets anxious when she does. I went to check on them and Maggie. Maggie's a dog lover, and she fools with the dogs. And I knew she'd gone to the kennel. I was at the house. I left the house and went to my mom's for just a little while. Tried to call her when I left. Texted her, no response. When I got back to the house was obviously nobody was in there. So I figured they're still up here fooling around. Paul was gonna be getting set up to plant. Our sunflower seeds got sprayed and died, and he was refiguring to plant the sunflower seeds. So I came back up here and I drove up and saw and called.
Had Maggie and Paul been arguing over anything?
No.
What was their relationship like?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. How about yours and Maggie's?
Wonderful. I mean, I'm sure we had little things here and there, but we had a wonderful marriage, wonderful relationship.
Sure, publicly, Alex and Maggie were the Southern power couple, throwing extravagant parties and rubbing elbows with the richest people in the county. But in private, things weren't as wonderful as Alex is trying to claim. Allegedly, Alex had multiple affairs, leading his wife to even throw him out of the house at one point. In addition, he struggled with an addiction to painkillers, one that frequently resulted in arguments between himself and his wife. And his son Paul? Well, things weren't great there either, in spite of what you're about to hear him claim.
And yours and Paul's relationship?
As good as it could be.
How old is Paul?
22.
Okay. You know his date of birth?
I do.
Have y'all been having any problems out here? Trespassers? People breaking in?
None that I know of. The only thing that what comes to my mind is my son Paul was in a boat wreck a couple years ago. And there's been he was charged with being arrested for being the driver. There's been a lot of negative publicity about that, and there's been a lot of people online, just really vile stuff. But when Paul's out and about, I mean, people routinely, I don't think I know the full story, because I don't think they give it to me, but I mean, he's been punched and hit and just attacked a lot So, you know, but I mean, nothing like this.
Yeah. Any one person in particular or group of people
I don't know.
that you could think of?
Not that I know, no, sir.
Has he, other than being assaulted, has he received any direct threats related to the boat accident?
Oh, yes. All the time he gets
recently?
threats. Yes, sir. I mean, he gets them all the time.
Okay.
He gets them all the time.
What kind of, I mean,
I'm gonna kick you, you know. I've never been privy firsthand, you know.
Is that through social media or?
No, ma'am. It's mostly like if he goes out places is what, you know, what he goes out like somewhere. He's in college, so if he goes out is what I understand. And I can find out better details from some of his younger friends on that.
going back to the boat incident, anybody on that boat really have a hard on for Paul that you would think would come after him or know of any direct threats from people on the boat?
I don't know of any direct threats between any of the people on the boat specifically, but I do think there's been a small amount of yip yap between a couple of them, but not recently.
Okay.
Most of this was stuff from people that Paul didn't really know.
Okay.
It was some people that he knew distantly, but more times than not, when I learned about it, it was somebody that he didn't know.
Okay.
It's like, for example, he went out in Charleston a couple months ago, came back, you know, he got a black eye. And, you know, he can't defend himself right now because he has these charges. So, you know, Paul was a real tough man's man. You know, he would
defend himself, but he hadn't been.
That's right. But
how was he handling that case, looming over everybody?
As far as what?
How was he handling it?
I've never been prouder of him than the way he has handled the pressures and the adversity in that situation. I think I've told Danny that before. I mean, Paul is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful kid. He can do almost anything. He gets along with almost anybody.
Alex wasn't the only member of the Murdaugh clan wrapped in controversy. 2 years prior, on February 24, 2019, Paul, who was underage, used his brother's ID to purchase alcohol. He, along with several friends, drank as they took a speedboat from a bar to a party along the Chechersee River. Alex, behind the wheel and highly intoxicated, crashed into a piling on a bridge sometime after 2 a.m. Mallory Beach, a 19-year-old girlfriend of one of Paul's friends, was thrown into the water. She never came out. As a result, Paul was facing 3 felony charges: boating under the influence causing death and 2 counts of boating under the influence causing great bodily harm. He was released on bond while Mallory's family mourned their loss. But just 3 days after Paul was murdered, he was due in court to face his charges. Alex, as well as police, initially pushed the narrative that these murders were in retaliation for the death of Mallory. But Alex also has another suggestion on who may be involved.
So is there anybody that you can think of that we need to talk to tonight? Is there a name that comes to mind?
I mean, I can't tell you anybody that I'm overly suspicious of off the top of my head.
Okay.
You know? I mean, this is such a stupid thing. I'm even embarrassed to say it. But it just didn't make any sense. I just hired a guy out here, and he wasn't cutting the mustard, but I hadn't told him this yet. Paul's been working with him a lot. He killed the sunflower seeds in our dove field just recently, which is why Paul was here doing this. He told Paul a story the other day about how when he was in high school, he got in a fight with some black guys. And the FBI undercover team observed him fighting those guys and put him on an undercover team with 3 Navy SEALs. And that their job was to kill Black Panthers. And they did that from Myrtle Beach to Savannah. Now, I really don't think this guy, you know, is probably the person, but that's just so freaking.
Yeah, that's kind of far-fetched story.
It's weird. But he was off today.
Okay.
He took his daddy to the doctor.
What's his name?
And I sent him a message to text me earlier today about the sunflowers, and he called me back when I was on the way to my mom's house.
Did you talk to him at that time?
Briefly, I was on the phone with a lawyer friend of mine named Chris from Bamberg, so I told him I'd call him back tomorrow, see him in the morning.
When you briefly talked to Mr. Rowe, what was his demeanor or attitude? Or
I mean, it seemed normal. I mean, I asked him about the sunflowers, and so, you know, I mean, I'm sure he's a little bit.
This probably doesn't come as a shock, but Murdoch's groundskeeper was nowhere near the Mazzella estate at the time of Maggie and Paul's murders. And you know what's even less of a shock? The fact that he wasn't a trained assassin sent on missions to kill Black Panthers. You know what he was? Just a groundskeeper. And a former chemistry teacher. And we're not even talking about the Walter White kind of chemistry teacher.
what did you do today? Were you at the office or?
Nope, I was home. I came home. Paul and I messed around. I was up at the house. I laid down, took a nap on the couch, probably, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes. I got up, I called Maggie, didn't get an answer, and I left to go to my mom's. She had said she might ride with me, but she normally doesn't when I go over there. And I think I texted her. And she's very good about answering the phone, so that was odd, or calling me back. So that was odd, but it wasn't that big a deal.
Now, what time was that?
What time was what?
That you sent her a text message.
All right. I texted her at 9:08, going to check on M, be right back. And then I texted her at 9:47. That must be when I started to come back. I think I called her before that. But let me make sure. Pretty sure that I called her 9:45. And then I tried Paul. And then, no, I think that was riding. I think that might have been riding over there. $10:03. I mean, my calls are right here.
Yeah.
So, obviously this is when I, at 10:06, can I have a piece?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Take the coffee.
Laura, you got anything?
This one's hard, but when you first saw Paul, you said you tried to flip him over. Was he laying on his back or on his stomach?
Just like he
Just like he is. So you weren't able to move him. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. And did he help Maggie a lot out here with the animals?
He helped everybody with everything.
Okay, so it was kind of routine for him to be out here as well in the evening?
This place is his absolute passion.
Okay.
I tried to turn him, and then I checked him, and I think I already knew, but I checked him.
Alex's timeline doesn't at all match up with phone records or the sightings people have of him. Right now, police don't know that, but soon they'll find out. And Alex's excuses and arguments for those discrepancies are pretty lackluster for a lawyer.
All right. I can't think of anything else right now, but we'll certainly be in touch.
Thank y'all for everything y'all are doing.
Yes, sir. So, just to kind of let you know what's going to go on, we're going to be out here for quite some time. The coroner will take custody of Paul and Maggie.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What? No, we're finished. Let me come out. Well, I'll be here when he gets here. No, don't let him come up here. Okay, yeah. I think we're about done. All right, thank you. I'm sorry.
Buster, in here? Okay.
Yes, sir. I dropped my card.
We'll get you another one.
Sorry.
I'll get you one.
Here you go.
Thank you.
So the coroner will come over and talk to you. They'll do the autopsy and everything, and then go from there.
Thank you.
But we'll come see you before we leave.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Rutland.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
After exchanging more unnecessary pats on the back than at a Senate meeting, the police let Alex go greet his grieving son, Buster, who has just arrived from his girlfriend's house about 200 miles away. For the night, Alex is free to comfort his son, but Buster had no idea that the person comforting him, his father, the last member of his family, had actually been the person to take his brother and mother away from him. After a night of sleep, Alex comes to the station for questioning, bringing along his friend who also happens to be an attorney, for the ride. Just, for moral support.
Alec, I appreciate you coming in today.
Let's do anything.
I understand. I know we got a lot to talk about. I know you have millions of questions. But before we get started with your questions, this has been going on for over 2 months. And we've done a lot of work.
I know you have.
And I've got some more questions that I need to get clarifications on.
Sure.
Okay. So we'll start with that.
Wait a minute. Whoa,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought we were coming here so you can update him on what's going on.
And I intend to do that as
Okay,
we
let's
go.
start. Let's do that first.
Okay.
All right, let's
Well,
do that first.
The update is I'm doing the investigation, and I have some questions that I would like some answers to. And I mean, certainly if I ask the question, if you don't want to answer it, you don't have to answer it.
No,
I'm fine with that.
Okay. I mean, it's more clarifications of the 2 interviews you've already given me.
I totally understand.
Okay.
just wait 1 second.
Yeah.
Wait 1 second. All right. I need for you to tell me, are you going to give us information, or are we just here for you to ask questions?
I'm going to give you some information.
Right. Why can't you give us information first?
Some of the information that you're asking about are in my questions. And as we go through, you'll see.
Okay.
I don't mind it. I know
you don't. I know you don't. But I can't. I mean, I'm a friend, but I'm also a lawyer, and I like to know what we're doing. I like to understand what we're talking about. You know,
Well,
I need you to answer this question.
Okay.
Are you asking him questions to further your investigation, or are you asking him questions because you think that he's a suspect? I need a straight answer.
I am asking these questions to further my investigation.
All right. Does that mean that you're not asking him these questions as a suspect? Because
Go ahead. Say it.
because I'm not comfortable with you asking him questions as a suspect when I came here with the thought that you were going to be telling him where you are in the investigation, what it is you've done, seen, uncovered, whatever. That's why we came here.
Well, let me respond to your question. It may not be a direct answer that you're looking for, and I've told Alec this when we first met. Any homicide investigation, you start with the closest person and/or the person who found the deceased. Both cases, that's Alec. Everybody stays in that investigation until we can get them out. And right now, because of the questions that I have that I need explanations for, I cannot get Alec out.
Okay. All right. That's a reasonable statement. I don't have any problem with that statement. That's fine. I don't read it, but everybody in the United States of America has an opinion on this case. And because I know everybody, I know it's a bunch I can't imagine that y'all are going to be asking about nonsense in the internet.
No.
All right.
No.
All right. Well,
I mean, just like you, I'm aware of what's out there.
Yeah.
I have not read every article. I don't care to read every article because they're not doing the investigation.
That's right.
I am.
That's right.
If you're going to bring backup to your interrogation with police, maybe pick backup that isn't going to tick detectives off before you even begin. Because detectives don't need to read articles or speculation. They have everything they need right on the cell phones of the individuals involved. But before they break that news, they ask Alex to give them a rundown of what happened that day again.
We rode around for a couple hours, just looked at everything. All the stuff Paul did on the farm, and we just spent, time together. I'm sorry.
No, it's all falling down.
Don't be sorry. Hey, you can do this?
I can do it.
All right.
We started out going to look at the sunflowers because he was worried about the sunflowers. And that was the first thing we looked at. And then we just rode. We just rode and looked at. I mean, we hadn't done it in a while, but we just rode, talked, and rode, talked.
What'd y'all talk about?
Everything, just. One of the main things, he'd been having trouble, his feet had swelled up, and we were worried about blood pressure and stress on him. And I mean, he handled all this stuff so amazingly, but I mean, we were just so worried about it. But I mean, we talked about that, we talked about the farm, we just talked about everything. But Maggie wasn't supposed to be coming home. I've since found out she was worried about me, and me worried about my dad. And so she came home.
Where was she going to stay that night?
At Edisto. We were having work done down there. And I wasn't 100%, but it's pretty well she was going to stay at Edisto.
So it kind of surprised you that she came back?
That didn't totally surprise me. She'd let me know earlier that she was coming home. But then I found out later why she came home.
She was concerned for you?
Sir.
What time did y'all sit down and eat dinner?
Not too long after that. Blanc had made dinner. And so the three of us ate dinner together.
What was the conversation around the dinner table?
Normal. Regular stuff.
The night that Maggie was killed, she wasn't worried about Alex. She was worried about what Alex might do. You see, at the time of Maggie's murder, her and Alex were going through a rough patch, which is bound to happen when you're married to a man like Alex Murdaugh. She was staying at the family's beach house, but after receiving a flurry of texts and calls from Alex where he claimed his father was on his deathbed and needed to see her before he died, Maggie decided to make the drive to the property. Initially, she told Alex she would just meet them at the hospital, but he insisted that she meet him at the estate. En route, Maggie texted a friend that Alex was acting fishy. Her very last text read, "He's up to something." That's almost as telling as Alex's acting.
There is a video on Paul's phone of you and him on the farm that night, and you were in khaki pants and a dress shirt. You were playing with a tree.
I don't remember playing with a tree.
Yeah, I guess there was a tree sapling or something that had fallen over or bending over, and you were trying to get it to stand up. But I mean, the question in that is, when I met you that night, you were in shorts and a t-shirt. At what point in that evening did you change clothes?
I'm not sure. It would have been...
Before dinner or after dinner?
No, it would have been... What time of day was that? I would have thought I had already changed.
There's not a time stamp on it because there's so many posts. But I want to say it looks to be about dusk. So that would have been 7:30, 8 o'clock.
I guess I changed when I got back to the house.
This is the Snapchat video that I'm talking about from Paul's phone. Okay. See if it just kind of brings back here.
Okay, I tell you what. Yeah, we were laughing about that because he's laughing because I had gone to great lengths to try to... That tree had gotten knocked over.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd gone to great lengths to try to get it to, be upright.
Okay.
And,
Was that night? Because the friends that we talked to said it was posted that night.
I'm not sure.
Police haven't gotten the metadata for the Snapchat yet, so they don't know the exact time that it was taken. But this small piece of footage, taken by Pauls just moments before he was killed by his own father, was what police needed to blow this case wide open. See for yourself.
Get back! Get back! Quit, Cash. Come. Quit. That's okay. Come here. It's not bad. Come here, Cash. Shit. Come here. Post it. Cash.
Hey, he's got a bird in his mouth.
Bubba.
Hey, Bubba.
It's a guinea.
This is a chicken.
Come here, Bubba.
Come here, Cash.
Come here, Bubba.
Cash. Quit.
That video was taken at 8:44 p.m. According to Alex's series of events, he shouldn't have been home then. And yet there's his voice clear as day. And not just his voice, but his wife and son's, taken in the exact location where they would be killed just moments later.
Earlier when we spoke, and you talked about waking up from your nap and going to check on your mother, and you tried to call Maggie and you tried to call Paul, and then you sent him or sent Maggie a text that you were going to check on your mother. You also told me that Maggie didn't normally go with you to check on your mother, but that she might ride that night. Did you go by and check on her?
Go by and check on my mom?
Maggie, before you left to go?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? With her not responding to you, and thinking that she might ride with you, why didn't you?
I don't remember having plans that Maggie was going to ride with me. But maybe she had told me that she was that night. I don't recall that. I don't remember that specifically, but I mean, it wasn't, she didn't normally go with me. I mean, it's not like we had plans that she was going to ride with me or that she was going.
How long would you say you were at your mom's that night?
45 minutes, an hour.
And you left and went back home. Did you make any stops on the way?
On the way there?
On the way to your mom's or on your return trip back home?
Stops. No, I didn't go anywhere. I went straight there. I did not. No, sir.
Okay. When earlier in the day, when you were down at that shed in the kennels with Paul, did y'all discuss any injuries to any dogs?
Did he and I? No, but Rogan told me about the dog's tail, and somebody saying his leg was broken.
Which one's his dog?
It's a chocolate puppy, I think.
Okay. Was the leg broken?
Not that I know of.
I can certainly see why something might be wrong with his tail, because when I was out there, he was chasing his tail and whipping through the fence and trying to grab it. So that was all that puppy energy. When you got back to Moselle, which driveway did you enter?
I went into brick gates.
Brick gates.
So,
And Maggie and Paul weren't there. Were there vehicles at the house?
yes, sir.
How did they get down there that night?
I was hoping you were going to be able to tell me that.
So when you were at the kennels, you were just down there with Paul. And you left and went back to the house for dinner.
You know, I mean, Paul and I were just knocking around up at the shop, the shed, the kennels, and just the whole property. And that was before dinner, yes, sir.
And you didn't go back down there after dinner until your return trip from visiting your mother.
Yes, sir.
I've got information that Paul was on the phone and Maggie was heard in the background and you were heard in the background. And that was prior to 9 p.m.
I heard Rogan ask me if I was up there. He said he thought it was me.
Was it you?
At 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Not if my times are right.
Who do you think it could have been?
I have no idea.
And Rogan's been around your family for pretty much all his life.
Oh, absolutely.
And he recognizes your voice, and you have a distinct voice. Do you think of anybody else that has a voice similar to yours that he may have misinterpreted?
No, sir.
In a statement with police, Paul's best friend since childhood, Rogan Gibson, confirmed that he had no doubt the voice he heard was that of Alex Murdaugh.
Paul called me.
At what time?
At 8:44
Okay.
p.m. and said that there was something wrong with my dog. And I said, well, send me a picture of it. He said, well, I'll try to FaceTime you. FaceTime me. I seen a little bit of the screen. He said, I don't think I got connection. He said, I'll send you a picture or video of it. During the conversation with him, I heard Miss Maggie and believed to be what was Mr. Elliott in the background. Can't swear that it was Mr. Elliott, but I believe it was Mr. Elliott.
How well do you know Mr. Elliott?
I'm like a third son of them.
So you would recognize his voice pretty
yeah, I'm 99% sure that was Mr. Elliott talking to me.
Okay.
Or talking to them while I was on the phone.
Okay.
Once again, that evidence completely blows apart the timeline that Alex has proposed. Not only does this video back up that Alex was present around the time his wife and son were killed, but witness testimony does as well. And this isn't just a stranger, it's someone who has known him for his entire life. From here, police begin to point out the multitude of other discrepancies, starting with the weapon used to take Paul and Maggie's lives.
You know, we've talked about the shot shells. So the cartridge casings were 300 blackout cartridge casings that were found by Maggie. There were also cartridge casings found by your house, by the side door to the gun room, and at the shooting range.
Okay.
And the ones by the house and some of the ones found at the shoot range are confirmed matches to the ones found by Maggie.
Okay.
So, which gives another concern. I've got the same load as the shot shells in multiple guns and 300 blackout that match ones found on your property.
So you now believe that that Paul's guns were used?
Yes.
Okay.
And missing.
And I understand that somebody had seen that gun recently, but, you know, and I'd asked Buster about it. I believe that gun has been gone since back before Christmas.
Mm-hmm. When the dispatcher asked you when was the last time you saw Maggie or talked to Maggie, you said an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. To me, that's, you know, a set, without thinking about it, you rattled off that time. We're sitting here trying to figure out a timeline, and you're having trouble coming up with a specific time.
Oh, man, that's fair.
Tell me again what I said to the dispatcher.
You said an hour and a half ago, probably 2 hours.
And what time was that?
That was when you were on the phone. The 911 call was made at 10:06. So given 2 hours back, that would have been 8.
I mean, I think that's probably about. I think that's probably about right. So, what, you believe I'm giving you an inconsistent answer?
No, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around it. When I'm asking you what time you went to the office that day, what time you got home, you saying 5 or 5:30. I've gotten the card readout from the law firm, and it shows you going in at 5:30.
Going in the door?
Yes, sir. And Randy says when he left about 6 o'clock, you were still there. So the times aren't matching up, and I'm just trying to get I'm just trying to get an understanding of why.
I believe I left so that because that's not the first time I was at my office that day.
There were several readings, but your card wouldn't work. Somebody actually had to let you in.
Okay.
But I've got your card opening a door at the law firm at 5:30. And then Randy saying when he left at 6, you were still there. I'm trying to understand.
You know, I left the office earlier than I normally do.
What's your normal time to leave?
I mean, it's not unusual for me to be there till dark. You know, I try to get home when Maggie's home, you know, before dark.
She don't like staying out there by herself in the dark.
That's right. So, you know, if it was 5:30 or 6, you know, I don't think I was still there at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
But, you know, if I was, it wasn't long after that.
Okay.
So, you know, I believe that I went straight home. So, you know, my car, have y'all been able to get Chevrolet to download my?
We're still working on that.
Okay.
That's a long process.
A long process that Alex isn't going to be happy with. The GPS on his car and phone clearly showed him at the scene of the crime during the murder of Maggie and Paul. Not only that, but it showed Alex driving away from the kennels where Maggie and Paul were killed, and back up to the house, allowing him to drive back to the kennels to stage his arrival. You would think, given the amount of cases he's tried, he would know how GPS works.
Have I been able to answer some of your questions? I know you probably have more. But with my questionings, trying to get some things cleared up, have I given you some answers?
Well, I mean, I do know more than I did, for sure. So, yes, I mean, some of those questions have certainly, yes, sir, been answered.
What other questions do you have that?
I would like to know exactly what happened.
Me too. The best that I've been able to put together.
Tell me, looks like. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I believe Paul was shot first. For the simple fact of where he was located.
How many times was he shot?
Twice.
I thought he shot Maggie first because I could tell when he shot her in the back of the head.
We may honestly never know who was first, but I think it was Paul, for the simple fact he wouldn't have, if he saw his mother getting shot, he wouldn't have run to that feed room. Unless that's where one of the guns was. But, you know, we've already established family guns were used. And if they came from Paul's truck was at the house. So where were they?
And how did they get down there?
And how did they get down there? I mean, it's normal for y'all to leave your keys in the cars. However, if somebody showed up and did this, you're not going to take Paul's truck back to the house and leave the key in it.
Did y'all get any kind of forensic off of anything that y'all found? That just the rain and the...
Yeah. I mean, we got plenty of DNA from the scene, but
yeah,
it's Nolan's, it's Rogan's, it's Alex, it's Paul's, it's Maggie's, it's Buster's.
Everybody's been up there.
Yeah.
David, can you tell me for sure? Did either one of them live after they were shot the first time?
Not long.
What does that mean?
The shooting happened very quickly. Very quick.
Is this one person, two persons, three persons?
Step out just 1 second. I've got 2 guns. I've got 2 different types of ammunition. It's hard to say. It is hard to say.
I mean, neither one of them suffered very long.
Matter of seconds, if that.
Thank you. But you certain Paul was shot first?
I believe he was. I'm not certain. I believe he was.
Maggie would have known that then, wouldn't she? You don't
Well,
know how soon afterwards she was shot?
And it all depends on how many shooters were there. I mean, if we're looking at 2 shooters, it could have happened at the same time. If we're looking at 1 shooter, it would have happened. And don't, I know you can't help but think about it, but don't beat yourself up over getting that answer. It's not going to do anything to you.
The bodies of Maggie and Paul were both found face down. Paul is believed to have been shot first. Tragically, he was facing the person who shot him. In this case, his own father. Alex shot his son once in the chest, then in the head, which was the fatal shot. After, he shot his wife 5 times, killing her mere feet away from her son. And yet, after doing all of that, the man sitting in the interrogation room still has time for pleasantries.
I know you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, I mean, and I hate to give any credence to the media, but with the media keep throwing you in there, then
You gotta ask the questions.
if I can get every bit of evidence possible, that's going to exonerate.
When you get my car stuff, that'll help.
I just a few more questions.
Okay?
Did you kill Maggie?
No. Did I kill my wife?
Yes, sir.
No, David.
Do you know who did?
No, I do not know who did.
Did you kill Paul?
No, I did not kill Paul.
Do you know who did?
No, sir, I do not know who did. Do you think I killed Maggie?
I have to go where the evidence and the facts
I
take me.
understand that. And you think I killed Paul?
I have to go where the evidence and the facts take me, and I don't have anything that points to anybody else at this time.
So does that mean that I am a suspect?
You were still in, like I told Corey earlier, you were still in this. With everything that we've talked about, with the family guns, the ammunition, nobody else's DNA. I have to put my beliefs aside and go with the facts.
Well, I understand. I mean,
another tool that we use, polygraph. Would you be willing to take a polygraph?
We're not going to answer that question. We're not answering that question.
Understood.
If you want to discuss it, we can have that discussion, but we're not going to answer that question.
Okay.
All right?
Well, what do you want to discuss about taking the polygraph?
I will discuss it later.
Okay,
not-
with Alec. Okay, I thought you were talking about discussing it
We
with
will
me.
not discuss that today.
Okay.
Mhm.
Fair enough. I'll be in touch.
Walk
If
outside.
you,
Walk outside. Let me finish talking to you.
if you have a question, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me.
Okay. I'll meet you at the car, okay?
Thank you. Did you want to take your mask in case you need it later?
As easy as it seems Alex got off during these interrogations, that lucky streak didn't last for long, partially due to his own stupidity. Initially, police believed that Alex killed his son and wife to keep the heat off of himself, because for years he had been embezzling millions of dollars from his clients and his law firm. His financial crimes were stacking up, and with Paul's upcoming trial for the death of Mallory Beach, he hoped that Paul and Maggie's death would garner sympathy and stop an investigation into his financial crimes. In a way, he was right. It did stop the investigation into his financial crimes, because a double homicide requires a lot more attention. Ultimately, after a heated, contentious trial, Alex Murdaugh was sentenced to 2 life sentences in prison for the murder of Maggie and Paul Murdaugh. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.